Donald Trump has just threatened military action against Iran over the ongoing protest happening inside the country. In a post on Truth Social, Donald Trump claimed that if Iran handles the protest violently, the United States is prepared to intervene. Trump wrote, "If Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, the United States of America will come to their rescue." He added, "We are locked and loaded and ready to go." These remarks come as US and Israeli officials continue to escalate rhetoric about Iran, with some openly pushing for regime change. At the same time, protests are spreading across several Iranian cities. Shopkeepers and ordinary workers are protesting soaring inflation, a collapsing currency, and the rising cost of basic goods. Protesters are demanding government action to address the cost of living crisis, a crisis that has been heavily fueled by US sanctions on Iran. And this is where the hypocrisy becomes impossible to ignore. Trump, who approved and supplied the weapons Israel has used to kill tens and thousands of civilians in Gaza, is now suddenly presenting himself as a defender of Iranian civilians. But Iran isn't Venezuela, and Iranian officials have responded forcefully to Trump's threats. Iran's Secretary of the Supreme National Council, Ali Larijani, warned that if the United States intervenes, American troops in the region will be targeted by Iran. Larijani said, and I quote, "The American people should know, Trump started this adventurism in Iran. They should be mindful of their soldiers' safety." End quote. Following Trump's statements, unconfirmed reports began circulating inside of Iran that missile forces were being repositioned near the Persian Gulf, close to US military bases. Meanwhile, this is great news for Israel, who are desperately trying to exploit the protests in Iran to restart US and Israeli war against the Iranian government. Israeli media reported that the main reason behind Netanyahu's trip to Mar-a-Lago is to convince Trump to back Israeli strikes against Iran, which means when Iran retaliates against Israel, it'll be US forces who will need to risk their lives to defend Israel. For Netanyahu, this moment is critical. He appears to believe that a Trump administration represents his last real chance to pull the United States into a full-scale war with Iran, topple the Iranian government, and replace it with a regime friendly to Israel. Iran, meanwhile, has taken a more complex position. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has acknowledged the protests and said the economic grievances of his public are legitimate. He stated, however, that the government formally recognizes the right to protest and admitted that the currency collapse and skyrocketing prices in Iran are real and the problems facing the ordinary Iranians are real as well. At the same time, he warned that Israeli intelligence agents have been operating inside of Iran, attempting to create chaos, hijack the protest, and create more instability. And Iran has been a tough nut to crack for both Israel and even the mighty United States. During the 12-day war in June of 2025, Iran pummeled Tel Aviv and other major Israeli cities with a barrage of hypersonic missiles. And this is despite the combined defenses of Israel, the US, and several European and Arab countries. Many of those missiles still got through, causing damage to Israel's infrastructure and forcing millions in Israel to run to bunkers all throughout the war. But Netanyahu needs a war to remain in power, and with Trump signaling support, Israeli leadership may feel increasingly desperate to strike Iran before the end of 2026, no matter the cost, and no matter who ends up paying the ultimate price.